passing the guard too, I like to always view it as, it doesn't always have to be as black and white as you just jump up, shoot through the guy's guard. A lot of times, especially when you're dealing with really experienced guys, you've got to break guard passing up into 2 steps. Get to half guard, pass to half guard. Passing the half guard in itself is just a very, I mean, that's a whole science right there. And you can do a 2-hour workshop or even a 3-hour workshop on just getting your leg free from that position. Okay, so, and a couple of guys had questions. They were asking, you know, what happens when you come up, if the guy latches on half guard and things like that. That's kind of breaking up into 2 steps. You know, you start off by getting the guy to bring you to half guard or force it. What we say, forcing half guard. Once he forces half guard, then you pass to half guard or you initiate something else from half guard. And Danny had a special request. He wanted me to show some of the kimura stuff from the top position of half guard, which is also really, really good stuff to do when you get stuck in that position. Okay, so here, whatever the case may be, you know, I might have come up to do my original move here, the Rodrigo pass, and Danny just latches right onto the half guard position like so. As soon as he does this, I don't want to give him a chance to get any offense going. I want to bring that knee in right away and get him flat, at least as much as possible here. Good half guard position will be having that outside leg in tight and controlling. But remember, if you put that leg in tight and you lean too much or you do this or that, you're going to get bridged a lot of times, especially if you got someone really strong. So bring your leg in tight to keep this leg that I have on the inside from coming back into guard. Because if I'm here and I have this leg like this, he's going to shoot that leg out and I'm going to be back in guard or open guard, things like that. So I want to keep that knee in and cut off that space. What I always look for is if the guy tries to underhook me, which is fairly common, he comes in here and tries to underhook me, I'll come over the top side here and I switch my hip just like so. Okay? What I'm really looking for now is that kimura. If I switch my hip here and I get my elbow down low enough, if the guy leaves the arm here, especially down by my waist, which is even better, that's your whole kimura setup. You go to the wrist, come under and grab your own wrist right here. Now you don't have the kimura as you can imagine, you're just getting that grip. You're getting everything set to go. From here, bring the arm up and out and get the hand down the floor. Now my opinion on this is that to finish a kimura from half guard, it's a lot harder than most people think because you really don't have the angle. A traditional kimura, you would be cross-body, you'd be able to switch your hip and bring the guy's back off the floor. But you don't have that ability, at least not easily, from the half guard. And I've seen every which way guys have shown that. They say, well, you know, you hook over the head, you roll, and you this and that. I haven't had anything that's been really solid for me. What I like to do more often than not, if I'm able to get that kimura from here, I get the hand down to the floor. I always anticipate the guy will try to straighten the arm to counter, always. When he does that, I let go of that tight grip on the wrist and I kind of let him roll his hand, take my thumb out and I catch his wrist to point where the thumb points straight up. From here, all I'm doing is just driving straight down that wrist, got the straight arm bar right across the board here, and finishing with the straight arm lock just like that. This move has been more consistent for me than a regular kimura from the half guard. Okay, so again, what you're doing is you come to half guard whatever way you like. Guy has the arm under the body here. Elbow comes up, and I bring my elbow. This is important, guys. I don't put my elbow next to Danny's head and sit, because I'm off balance here, and he'll pop his head out typically. I want to make sure that I get my elbow from here all the way over and down by his ribs here, or down by his hip. Then I switch my hip, just like this. That means I'm going to tuck this leg in tight. Remember, if you go here and you have no base, it doesn't do you any good. You've got to be able to have base. That way, if he decides to up and let go of your leg and bridge, things like that, you're not leaning like this because he's going to come right on top. You've got to be able to step that leg out and base from this position. But most guys won't do that. Most guys will stay latched onto your leg here, which is what you want anyway. Go to the wrist. You hold on to the wrist first. Okay, you don't start trying to go under the arm first. You go to the wrist first. Then you come under, push his wrist down and get your own wrist. So you have your wrist and his wrist here. Then we're gonna.
You doing like a motorcycle grip to turn my wrist away a little bit too when you grab it?
Yeah, if I come in here, if I have trouble getting the hand down, I grab the wrist and I kind of roll it a little bit here.
That was cool.
Then I get right here. Okay, I didn't even know that, man. That's news to me. Okay, here, hand comes to the floor, and then I kind of, if you see here, guys, I kind of go more like rib cage to rib cage. I actually don't go like chest to chest. I lean a lot over top of the guy. For him to bridge me out or things like that, I mean, it's going to be really tough for a guy to get bridged from this position. Then again, what I do is I'll get here, and I just wait for that guy to fight that arm straight. I don't force it straight. I don't go like this and try to physically force his arm straight. 9 times out of 10, guys get here and they panic, so they do it for me. They do all that work. From here, once I feel the arm start going straight, I let my thumb out and I roll it and I stop it when the thumb points up here. Right here, I should be directly under his elbow. If I'm not, if I'm like this down here by his tricep, I need to choke up a little bit and get directly under his elbow. From here, all I'm doing is just driving his hand straight down to the floor and finishing with the straight arm right like this. Again, most people, when I show it to them, they're kind of like, ah, man, come on, how can that work? But it works, man. It's a good move. And it's good, too, especially if you're dealing with someone who's a lot stronger than you. It doesn't take a lot of motion. You don't have to be stronger. It's all technique here. Anyone's ever wrestled me knows I'm not a physically strong guy. So I come in here, elbow over, and I turn. Remember, guys, you got to have good base. If you do all this and you're you're leaning back too much, you're leaning too far forward, it's not going to work. You've got to have your base strong here. We go to the wrist. I'll show you guys another good trick with this move too. When you get in here, if you get this grip and the guy grabs onto his gi pants, or he has shorts, he grabs his shorts, whatever the case may be, I never try to force this grip loose, which a lot of guys will do. They try to fight. I actually look at his hand. I kind of look at his hand and I wait to see when he's going to try to re-grab. I call it the greedy grip break, because everyone gets in here and they get a good grip, but they get greedy and they want something better. So they start trying to re-grip and grab something else. When I see him start to move his fingers to re-grip, that's when I pull the hand up and I take the hand right down the floor here. That's always worked for me 10 times better than trying to force the arm out, because again, I'm not that strong. So I'll just look at his hand, I'll wait. When he goes to re-grab, pull the hand up, you time it. As he goes to re-grip, rip his hand up in the air and put it down on the floor. Again, the kimura by itself, here, difficult to finish. But if you lean over the guy and you kind of wait for him to straighten that arm, which they almost always will, choke up a little bit, right directly under that elbow. Now you're on your form with the other hand here. This hand's right on the wrist. I took the thumb out, let it go right here. Thumb points up, drive the hand down the floor, and we finish. Another good tactic with this too, guys, just in case you're wondering. A lot of times you get the crossbody, you have someone much bigger and stronger. Like when I was at Cornell University giving a seminar a couple days ago, and I was training this guy, he's like 6'6", like 270. I would get here to crossbody, and I knew for him the bridge beam was going to be a lot easier from here, and I would literally feed him my leg. I just step it up and let him latch onto it. Now it makes it harder for him to bridge because he's so preoccupied with holding my leg, and I just search for this arm here. Right here. Break the grip. Now here he tries to bridge like a Turk in wrestling. It's much harder to get out of a Turk. Okay, when a guy's got your leg hooked like this. Then from here, his feet up. Boom, there's your straight arm, all right? So let's get with our partner. Let's try that one, guys.